Hello, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, the euphoria of Enzo landing at the bridge has finally, that one has been done and dusted. And guys, it's time to get back to reality. We do have some business tomorrow, London Derby against Fulham at the bridge. Before I continue, please subscribe to my channel and show your boy some love for all this hard work. Guys, tomorrow we have a big game. This is a massive game. I mean, you're not going to spend 120 million on Enzo, 100 million on Mudrik and a whole bunch of other chaps, and then turn around and not have big goals. And in fact, our boss Graham, Potter, has pretty much said as much that he's not looking to finish fourth, third, or second. That the ambition of Todd Bowley and his ownership group, that their ambition is to win big things. And obviously, it's a process, and it may take some time, a little bit of time, but that it's plan A and plan A only, which is we got to win. And that has to start from tomorrow. I mean, we're not winning the league this year, and we may not even finish top four this year. But if we plan to have any kind of title hopes next year, then it has to start tomorrow with a W. With a W, and we need to start stacking these W's on top of W's in a consistent basis, and at least use it in a way to build some kind of form to get ready for the massive Champions League game against Dortmund later this month. So looking forward to the Fulham game. Obviously, the main question to Porter was, hey, what's the injury update looking like? Because all proper Chelsea fans know that we have at least 10 or more players, 10, 11 players gone out at any given time for months on injuries. And Porter gave us some good news today, and he mentioned that he has three players that are likely going to make the bench coming back from injury layoff. And those players are as follows: uh, Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Raheem, Sterling. Those three are likely going to be on the bench. And the fourth player coming back is Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And if y'all already know that we don't have any midfielders. We don't have any proper deep line midfielders with the absence of um, you know Jorginho that was sold to Arsenal, and also Enzo is on ground, but there's a bit of a hiccup with Enzo because as of today, his work permit had not been approved. So I don't know how long these things take. I mean, we do know that when we got Joe Felix on loan. I mean, within 24 hours, all of the paperwork was approved, the permit, everything was done and dusted, and he was able to jump on the field. So let's hope that these guys approve Enzo as quickly as they approved, Felix, and that will give us a chance to start Enzo because I mean we don't have options at this point in time. We still got in juries. So let's talk about before we go to the projected lineup. Why don't we just talk about where we are with regards to the rest of the injured players? All right. So um, I've already talked about the four players that are back. The next player is N'Golo uh, Kante, and it appears that he's still out. I mean, he's gonna be out for some more time. I mean, Kante has already been out for about 6 months. Woo, that's a long time out. He's been out for 6 months, y'all, and he's still about another month away. They're saying that our prayer is for Kante to come back for the second leg of Borussia Dortmund game, which is in early March. So guys, I mean, Kante is out pretty much for the rest of this month. So I mean, he's back on his feet. I mean, I don't know what that means, but but he's not in any shape or ready to play for at least another month. Kovacic, if you all recall, pulled up with what's called a minor calf injury at Anfield prior to the Liverpool game, so he was scratched out of the lineup. We were hoping that he will be. Potter had hoped that Kova would be available for Fulham, but he's saying that the Fulham game is a little bit too early for Kova, but that he will likely be back the following week for West Ham game. And then Wesley, for Fana, he's he's been back, he's been out for like months as well, but he's back on the training pitch, and Potter says that Wesley has been part he has been part training partly with the team, and he will step it up next week. So Wesley is back training with the team, but he's not yet ready to play. He's gonna step up his training in the next few weeks. So my guess is that Wesley probably not gonna get back in the match day squad for roughly another 3 weeks. That's just my wild guess. I figure if he steps it up for another a couple weeks, everything looks good. Then by the third week, Wesley should be back in the match day squad. So that might get him back in time for the Dortmund game. Um, then you have Christian Pulisic. Pulisic, man. I mean, I just feel bad for Pulisic. When we bought Pulisic, he under Lampard's first season. I mean, the guy was flying. He was giving us uh, um, hope that he might be the next Eden Hazard. Then what happened next was injury. Then he'll come back for a month, injury again, injury. All these injuries have, for me, Pulisic hasn't been the same player even since he's been back and playing regularly. Coming back from all those numerous injuries at this age has kind of affected his strength on the ball, and he doesn't have the same level of explosiveness that he used to have when in his first season as a Chelsea player. And when he got injured on the 8th of January, um, initially our doctors said that he will be out for weeks, but it's now been extended to 2 months basically, which is crazy. So I mean, they're saying that Pulisic is going to be out to the middle of next month. That means he's out for even the whole Dortmund, which is just crazy. I mean, it's crazy. Then Zakaria, our lone player from Juventus, he got injured in that first Fulham game, and he's still out. When he got injured, they said that he's going to be out for about 4 weeks. So that 4 week might get him back in time for the first leg of the Dortmund game, and that's if he's registered for that game, because you all know that we have new players that need we can register up to 3 new players, at least 3 new players based on my understanding, and so you know, Zakaria may or may not make the cut, especially with Enzo, coming back, and of course we have Kovacic and Kante. So sorry, and then Mendy, Mendy is still injured, and nobody knows when Mendy is coming back. It says there's no time frame. He fractured his finger, I believe, after the World Cup, and he's basically out until further notice, which is just crazy. Because that basically leaves us with Kepa and what's the other? I think Bettinelli. I presume is our backup. And then Broya, Armando Broya is obviously he's gone for the whole season, and we hoping that he's gonna be ready in time for for the beginning of next season because he had a bad injury, so he's pretty much out. So guys, that's it for the injury update. Now, how do I see it in terms of who is going to play for Chelsea? Well, the lineup kind of picks itself, right? In goal, Kepa, left back, Kukurea, our two central defenders, Silva and Badashil, um, right back, Trevor. In midfield, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, which is a bit of a gamble because he's coming back. We don't have anybody to even give him a breather. It wouldn't be prudent for him to play like the whole game. But I mean, right now we have nothing. So I mean, what I have is Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Connor Gallagher if Enzo doesn't get his work permit. But if Enzo gets his work permit, then it's gonna be Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Enzo as our two midfielders. Then in a 4-2-3-1, in the band of three, I have Mudrik on the left, Mason Mount in the middle, and yep, I have Ziyech on the right. I mean, and I don't know if you all watched Potter talked about the whole Ziyech to PSG saga. Said that he talked to him, that he's okay, he's back training, he's professional. So if you can read in between the lines, it's a good chance that Ziyech will start this game ahead of Noni Madueke. And then as our lone striker is going to be Kai Havertz. So, guys, this is basically what I have, and all we need is basically 3 points, 3 points or bust. How do you all feel about it? Please comment below, like and share and subscribe to my channel. Take care. God bless.